estate news today, we're talking about home mortgages. We've got Sophie Keller, best-selling author, well-being expert, and Bank of America ambassador, here to talk a little bit about how you can do an application for a mortgage entirely on your mobile device. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Oh, thanks, Jessa, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Lots to cover. Now, becoming a homeowner, of course, can be a stressful process for people, especially first-time home buyers. How can you recommend that home buyers stay stress-free?
I think it's really important that they hold their vision of living in the home that they want and what it would look like, sound like, and feel like, and at the same time handle what's in front of them, which are the steps that it takes to get a home. So what do they need to put down? What do they need to pay monthly? And to do it in a very calm, chilled manner, and to break up the tasks so they're doing one step at a time.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you've been able to do. Great advice, by the way. I think something that has helped you personally is really utilizing technology. So explain to us what that means.
Well, I love technology. I love all these apps where I can order an Uber, I can buy my food on Instacart, I can FaceTime my family. I love these apps that make my life simple and easy. And I think that Bank of America have produced a very similar style of app, but for the home buying process, called the digital mortgage experience. And that, for me, is as game-changing as the ones that I've just mentioned.
Absolutely. And having those conveniences sure are helpful for lots of applications, as you mentioned, but having a mortgage and gaining a mortgage can be an intimidating process, even with some of the technology. So people just don't know where to start sometimes. How is this different?
Well, I completely understand how they didn't know where to start, because ordinarily you would have to go into the bank, bring loads of paperwork, fill out a load of paperwork, then you'd have to wait to see if you're approved or not. And it's very, very stressful. And also, a lot of us don't have time to do it. I'm a mum, I work full-time, I'm doing a doctorate. I don't have time to spend hours in a bank. What Bank of America have done is they've created an app where it has about 10 fields that you fill out, and you can do those fields at different times. So I can fill out a field that would take me 10 minutes, and then I can leave it, and 2 days later fill out another, or 3 days later fill out another, and eventually I will have done it. And at the same time, if you're in a hurry to get a mortgage, you can actually do it all in one day as well. And you can speak to one of the lending officers, and they can help you decide what's best for you. So it's really changed the way that we buy a home. And I think that this is game-changing, really.
Yeah, it sounds incredibly convenient, and having the option to sort of stop in the middle and pick up where you left off, that really is different from some of the things that we've seen out there.
Yes, it really, really is different. And it means that we can put it into our day. It doesn't have to be this big thing that we can, have to do. It's more just another part of our day.
Right, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit as we wrap up here about how things like this, improving efficiencies, have really helped you kind of balance some of these competing priorities. You mentioned all of the things that you have on your plate.
Well, I'm a big believer in single tasking and not multitasking, because I don't think there is any joy in multitasking. When my husband asks me if I've had a good day, I say no if I've been multitasking and doing 3 things at once. But I do believe in putting time aside for different tasks. So maybe I'll spend 3 hours working, for instance, we own co-working spaces called the Village Workspace. So I'll work there for 3 hours, then I'll do an hour or so on my doctorate or 2 hours. Then I've got some more work at the village. Then I go to pick up my son from school and then deal with his stuff. And so I believe in doing little, separating tasks. And with this app, the Digital Mortgage Experience, you can do that. You can fit that into your day.
Well, a busy mom, Sophie Keller, not only a mom and helping with the Bank of America Digital Mortgage Experience, also the author of 4 books, including How Happy Is Your Home, How Happy Is Your Love Life, How Happy Is Your Marriage, and How Happy Is Your Health. Thanks for being with us on today's Real Estate News.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.